doing out there? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright, the author of Curly Hair Adventures and What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, as well as the Beauty and Barber Survival Plan. And I am going to be doing a series called Lunch and Learn series, inspired by my dear friend Susan Hall-Dotson, who's a historian out of the Indiana Historical Society, to promote my book, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. And of course, this book can be found at my website, lwrightbooks.com, or you can find it on in my Amazon store at amazon.com/Ladosha Wright. Welcome back, Brown Sugar. I hope you're going to join us this evening, Crystal and I, over on Rev Air, because you know that's going down at 7 o'clock today. So again, I'm promoting my book, and we are on chapter 10, and chapter 10 is about the good, the bad, and the ugly of hair coloring, okay? So in the green room, that's what we're gonna call this. In the green room, my guest, AKA the shampoo bowl, my guest was asking the question, what is better, a demi-permanent color or a semi-permanent color? All right? And so here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Now again, you get more of this details when you get into when you buy my book. Now my book, I forgot to mention, you guys can download this book and it comes to life. So the download, and you know, it's very affordable. It's under 10 bucks, and the book is on sale right now for $15. And so you can get your very own copy. So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon about demi-permanent color versus permanent color, okay? What's up, Terrell, Marie, what's happening? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, now, so what they don't tell you is that your demi color requires a developer, but it just swells the cuticle just a little bit. Hey, Shan, can you give me that rendering of the cuticle? So my brother's gonna get a rendering of the cuticle so I can show you guys. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to show you guys what they don't tell you at the hair salon about how this color thing works. So what happens is when you use like a demi developer, the developer is just going to swell these cuticles just a little, and then the artificial pigment will go underneath and sit on top. So remember, your demi colors, they do not lift. They don't brighten the hair. They just do tone on tone, or you can go darker, all right? So my guest here, she has, she's about 70% white, but when she started, she wasn't really all that, she wasn't that white, and we could just use a demi, and everything would, you know, work out okay. Well, we had to move her to a permanent because the color molecules from the demi kept washing off, and her color was fading too fast. Permanent color. When you use permanent color, you're going to get the same action. Still just a slight swelling on the cuticle. But this time, the color molecules are going to go to the second layer, which is the cortex. That's what the color is. And it's going to refine that unwanted or wanted pigment that a person wants to see. So some people are going to use the pigment, or some people are going to refine it or cancel it out, or they used to say cancel, but now they're saying you can't really get rid of it. So we're using the word refine. So that's how permanent color works. So remember, she didn't start off with a lot of gray hair. She had just maybe like 30%, but she's been coming to me since she was what, like 2? She's been coming to me since she was 2 years old. So she's been coming to me for a long time. And so, of course, her hair coloring, you know, process is going to change. So hair care changes as you change. You can't have the same hair care regimen that you had when you were 20, you know, things and so on and so forth. So as you mature, your hair care should grow and change and mature with you. Not so much in price, but really in quality. And so in addition to moving her from a demi to a permanent, because we want the color to last longer, also she got better gray coverage because at that point she had more hair. She had more white hair, I'm sorry. So we had to do that. Now, let's say she wanted to stay dark and not be as golden. It's like a medium golden brown or blonde. So this is not terribly light, but if she wanted to be darker, I could have kept her with the demi because I was just going to deposit the color. But because she wanted that little bit of lift that we had when we were using the demi on the white hair, you know, we had to switch her on over to a permanent color. Now, permanent colors, they come in quality. So a lot of people have said they've had bad experiences with permanent color making their hair hard and brittle. Also, the hair maybe was dry, okay? Or the color just looked, you know, awful. It was kind of murky or not as vibrant. So when you have those type of results with your color, what you're looking at is a poor quality. I don't really like to use the word poor. That's mean. I would just say you're going to get different. Let's just say different. Because some people can use that stuff and it's going to work out fine. Some people can use it and it won't. So you want to make sure you know the company, you know, that you're going to be using to put the color onto the hair. So professionally, we're going to be using professional color. So people will ask, well, what's the difference between, you know, over the counter? Like, couldn't she get that with the Miss Clara, or could she have achieved the same results with like a Dark and Lovely, or you know, L'Oreal? And the answer is maybe. Maybe. It depends, again, on the integrity of the hair and how much gray she has. So you're going to have to try it out. But all companies encourage you to do what's called a strand test or a patch test. So let's just say we had another lockdown, heaven forbid, but let's just say we had to, and she couldn't get to me to color her hair. Could she go over the counter and do something? I would not encourage her. I would rather mix something up and do a door side, you know, the curbside pickup, and let her mix it up and apply it herself. I wouldn't encourage that she tries to do this at home, but if she had to, she could, but she'd have to do a strand test first to make sure that she's getting close to the color that she has, okay? Because Miss Clara's golden brown, Schwarzkopf's golden brown, Formisi's golden brown, they all are not the same kind of brown, golden brown. So you got to understand that all companies have their own, you know, design or take on what golden brown looks like. That's why it's really important that you do a strand test if you're going to switch to another brand of color. They say your hair looks good. She said, thank you. Yeah, this looks really, really pretty, okay? Thank you so much, Brown Sugar. So another thing, when it comes to caring for your color, when you start to see your color fade a lot of that has to do with you using shampoos that are not formulated for color-treated hair. So remember, coloring hair, I just saw this on, I think it was Behind the Chair. I believe that's where I saw that. But they said, you know, coloring hair is a lifestyle. So when you put color in your hair, it's going to up the ante. As a matter of fact, whenever I do a color consultation with a potential client about coloring their hair, the first thing I say to them, before I get started, I'll say, can I be very candid with you? You know, because you can skirt around some issues. Coloring is one of those issues you gotta have to tell people the truth. Now we're talking about people who have never had color, or maybe they're not used to having their hair colored by me. So after I ask that question, they say yes, I just go on and shoot from the hip, Brown Sugar. I just go on and shoot from it, all right, Marie? So what I say is, color is two things in the beauty industry, time and money. And if you have neither, then don't put this stuff in your hair, okay? So with that being said, you've got to use products that are formulated for color-treated hair. Does it have to be over the counter? Does it have to be salon quality? No. You can do over the counter or you can do salon quality, but you must make sure it's for color treated hair. It's really, really important. And the reason being is because products that are formulated for color treated hair, they have what's called antioxidizing ingredients that keeps the color from fading, number one. Number two, they're also going to preserve that protein layer, that outer protein layer. So a lot of them might be infused with like keratin and protein because the oxygen, like in the air, the sun, curling irons, blow dryers, even Rev Air, will swell, it moves the cuticle in your styling process. So the styling process is trying to seal it. But in that process of sealing, sometimes it kind of swells a little and the color molecules come out. So this is why Rev Air has the Tribology line. We have leave-in conditioners. Some people like to use thermoprotectants or oil. All of these products are to do what? Help keep that outer protein layer intact and sealed so your color doesn't fade. So when I did her color, you notice I only did a regrowth. Can you shut your head back? So I only touched up her regrowth. I didn't even have to refresh her ends. Why? Because she came in like, excuse me, but can I get a little, a hairline, touch up today? So we stay on top of it because she knows this is a lifestyle. If she waited like 2 months or 3 months, you're moving into corrective color, and now you know what? You're going to be paying really big bucks. So color is not something that I would say it's affordable or, high end. I wouldn't use those words. I would just say it's a lifestyle. So I agree with Behind the Chair or whoever that was that made the post that hair coloring is a lifestyle. So if you put this in your hair, you have to be committed to keep putting it back in. You don't want to try it out. No, my color is not the color you want to try out. Happy's color. Isn't that a beautiful name, Happy? This color, you don't want to try this out. You want to be committed. And if you're not committed, then don't do it. And committed means coming in to keep your regrowth, your color touched up. Sometimes we do tone the whole, head all over, but this time we didn't have to because Happy was like, no. 3, make sure you're buying quality products that's going to protect your investment and you're not like using a whole lot of heating tools every day because all of that causes the oxygen to swell that cuticle or even dissipate the color molecules, and then the color starts to do what? Fade. So it's just that simple. So you want me to comb this out or leave this in? Okay, I can't comb it out, y'all. Today I've been leaving in. I love this job. All you gotta do is just leave some curls in and you still get paid, I'm just kidding. I ain't paying you today. No, I'm just kidding. So I hope you guys have really found this really informative. So I'm going to be doing these series called Lunch and Learn, and it's been inspired by my dear friend Susan Hall Dotson. She's a historian at the Indiana Historical Society, and my book again is titled What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and it's you can find it at lwrightbooks.com. You can also find it on at my Amazon store, as well as you can download the book. And my real BFF just popped up in the feed. What's up, Easy Breezy in the Heezy? Hey, how you doing out there? So it's just that simple. That's what this book is all about. It's really to help you out. It's like, I would call it, there you go. She's free now. She's like, let me out of that video, girl. All right, so this is Happy's beautiful hair. One last look, let them see. All right, let me just swing the chair a little bit so y'all can see. There she is. And these are just some barrel curls, and she's just gonna go home and come out and be cute. It's a beautiful sunshiny day today. Thank you so much. So again, the book is really like a cognitive restructuring. So whatever you thought you knew about hair care and hair styling, sometimes that information is outdated. sometimes it's incorrect. So this book is just going to bring you up to snuff. It's going to bring you up to snuff in a very user-friendly way. And it's written in a very organized fashion, in as much that it takes you through every step. So you got a chapter like on understanding your hair, shampoo your hair, condition your hair, alter your hair. Then we are explaining what different types of hair salons. So I'm going to be covering all these chapters throughout this book through my new Lunch and Learn series that's inspired by my homegirl, Susan, Jessa Brino, Susan, so she can testify that Susan is thebomb.com. So this is how we rock it out in the writing community. We get inspired. As a matter of fact, Bree, I hate to put you on the spot, but Bree is, she in the book. Y'all see her name up in there because, these are the people who helped make this book come to fruition, because they all understood my passion as a cosmetologist to help people really understand what they don't tell you at the hair salon. And so what they're not telling you are all the things that really, make a beautiful hairstyle come to fruition. People want color all the time, but nobody tells them it's a lifestyle. They tell them it's a cost. They tell them it's an investment. Yeah, it sounds good in theory, but in practice, it's not. It's bigger than an investment. It's a lifestyle. They don't tell you that you have to keep your hair cut. They don't tell you that it's the quality. They don't tell you that Matrix red isn't the same as for Macy's red. They don't tell you that L'Oreal's blonde isn't the same as Miss Clairol's blonde. So no matter if you're coloring your hair at home or if you're getting your hair colored at the hair salon, if you buy, or when, I want you guys to go out and get this book. When you buy my book and you pop it open any chapter, but today we're talking about chapter 10, the good, the bad, the ugly of hair color. So I'll go on Facebook and I'll do the same series. And again, it's going to be called Lunch and Learn. And you're going to catch me here on Instagram and Facebook. So, and I'll upload some of these onto my YouTube channel. And last but not least, please don't forget to check out my podcast called What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. And to those of you who don't know, my podcast has been ranked by FeedSpot as one of the top 25 hairstylist podcasts to listen to in 2021. So check out my podcast, and this series that I have now is about living with locks, and I've interviewed the one and only Victoria Webster. She is a loctician right here in Cleveland, Ohio. That's my homegirl. So y'all know me, I always like to, pump up my peeps. You know what I'm saying, Bree? Tell them, Bree, this how we do this. This how we get down in Cleveland, all right? All right, guys, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me during my Lunch and Learn series of What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. I will, okay? A whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and a whole lot of hair. And if you ain't got no hair, don't want no hair, can't stand hair, you just like watching hair videos and you plan on cutting your hair off, don't worry about it. Just rub your beautiful bald head. Why? Because bald heads are beautiful too. See y'all later.